Welcome to the class of 2023 commencement. At this time, if you are able, please rise for the presentation of colors, courtesy of the Strongsville Police Department Color Guard. Singing the national anthem and alma mater are our school members of the Strongsville High School Choir.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs
Good afternoon. Please be seated. Welcome on this beautiful day to the class of 2023 commencement ceremony. My name is Bill Wingler and I am the principal of Strongsville High School. Today is a special day for the class of 2023 as they reach a defining milestone in their lives. Celebrating their achievement with us this afternoon are very proud parents, guardians, grandparents, and other family members. Seated with our graduates are dedicated educators, including Strongsville's amazing teachers, guidance counselors, monitors, aides, and other staff members. Also present are our assistant principals, Mr. Eric Castle, Mr. Sean Collins, and Mrs. Susan Harp. Those who are seated up here have supported and invested in each and every student, and we are immensely proud of the class of 2023 and what dedication it took for them to get to this day. This is a class that overcame the interruption to their education during the pandemic and came out more resilient and ready to continue their journey to adulthood. Also with us, I am pleased to introduce the dignitaries seated on this stage. Our superintendent, Dr. Cameron Ryba, our assistant superintendent, Mrs. Jenny Pelko, our treasurer, George Anagnostou, our Board of Education members, President Laura Wolfhausen, Vice President Mrs. Michelle Bissell, Mrs. Sharon Kilbane, Mr. Richard Micko, and Mrs. Haley Stovchek. Thank you also to our senior class advisor, Mrs. Jen Orlowski. I'd also like to acknowledge the following for their contributions to our senior class: the Strongsville Police Department. I'd like to thank Mr. Scott Benson and the crew for live streaming many events this month and finishing with the performance today. I'd like to thank the Strongsville Senior Singers for their amazing job singing our national anthem. I'd like to thank any enlisted student or any student planning to enlist. Your class quote is "Yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, but today is a gift. That's why it's called the present," by Eleanor Roosevelt. This is an appropriate quote for this class to live by, as they have certainly left their mark on Strongsville High School. At the high school, our motto is excellence in academics, the arts, and athletics. Parents and guardians, our school board, and to the Strongsville community, I'd like to fill you in on what the class of 2023 has been up to this year to exhibit excellence in those areas. When I call your name, with the members of the following groups, please stand up and be recognized. Seniors receiving an honors diploma, please stand up. Thank you. Any student receiving a U.S. Congressional Award for Leadership, please stand up. Thank you. If you are a member of the National Honor Society, the Polaris Career Center Honor Society, Mu Alpha Theta, Rho Kappa, the Art National Honor Society, the Spanish National Honor Society, or the French Honor Society, please stand up. Thank you. Any student receiving recognition as a National Merit semifinalist, please stand up. Thank you. Any commended National Merit finalist and National Merit winners, please stand up. Thank you. DECA members qualifying for state competition, please stand up. Thank you. DECA members who qualified for the national competition, please stand up. Thank you. Any student receiving an associate degree or double degree from participating in our College Credit Plus program, please stand up. Thank you. Would the members of our state runner-up girls soccer team please stand up? Thank you. Members of our regional qualifying boys soccer team, please stand up. Thank you. Members of our district qualifying girls tennis team, please stand up. Thank you. Members of our district qualifying girls basketball team, please stand up. Thank you. If you are a member of our district qualifying swimming and diving team, please stand up. Thank you. Those of you who qualified for the state in swimming and diving, please stand up. Thank you. Members of our district qualifying girls cross country team, please stand up. Thank you. Members of our district qualifying boys golf team, please stand up. Thank you. Members of our district qualifying girls golf team, please stand up. Thank you. Members of our district qualifying gymnastics team, please stand up. Thank you. Members of the district qualifying wrestling team, please stand up. Thank you. Members of the district qualifying baseball team, please stand up. Thank you. Will the members of our district qualifying track team please stand up? Thank you. Members of our state qualifying dance team, please stand up. Thank you. Any individual receiving recognition of an all-district, all-state, or all-American honors, please stand up. Thank you. Members of our choir, band, or orchestra which received a ranking of excellent or superior at the state competition, please stand up. Thank you. Individuals earning a scholarship in the arts, either locally or through a university, please stand up. Thank you. Would the members of Student Council please stand up? Thank you. Would the members of the Key Club please stand up? Thank you. Would the members of the leadership group of the high school please stand up? Thank you. So as you can see, the achievements of our students is something that this community should be very proud of. These young men and women in front of you today have been busy leaving their mark at the high school, this community, and very soon the world. As you move on to the next chapter in your life, don't forget the lessons that have been taught by your parents, teachers, coaches, advisors, and the other role models that got you here. These lessons will serve you well and will ensure that you continue to leave your unique mark on the world. Congratulations, class of 2023. It has been my honor to be your principal. At this time, I would like to introduce your Student Council President, Lauren Blakely.
Dear fellow graduates, faculty members, parents, and honored guests, as we stand here on this momentous day, I'm struck by the magnitude of what we have accomplished. We have completed a journey that has been filled with countless highs and lows and an abundance of changes that we've adapted to. I'd like everyone to close their eyes and try to remember their first day of kindergarten. I know it feels like forever ago. Picture leaving your parents for the first time, crying, afraid to let go of their leg. Picture seeing other kids your age doing the exact same thing. Remember the fear, the excitement, the unknown. That day sparked a series of changes that led us all to this very moment. Just like kindergarten, we are entering a new era of change. A culmination of all our hard work has led us to this very moment. Most of us started our journey together at Strongsville Middle School. There, everything was new. The building, fields, classes, and teachers. We got through it all and ended up being the first graduating class ever to attend SMS in all 3 years. Transitioning to high school was our first big change. Freshman orientation. Loud band music playing, even more new faces, and seeing each student we'd spend the next 4 years with in the auditorium all at once, causing a whirlwind of emotion. Furthermore, finally being able to sit in the student section at the football games caused so much excitement. And nerves once we realized the seniors were not about to let us sit in the front row, and we kept getting pushed further up the stands as the game progressed. I didn't understand it at first. Now I do. Freshmen, move up. While adapting to the new faces and the seniority hierarchy high school presented us with, we were faced with an anticipated change that would completely change our high school academic experience. During the pandemic, we not only survived what seemed like a never-ending Google Meets and isolation from our friends and school activities, but also displayed our resilience as we developed new study habits and began to learn on our own. As the biggest setback we'd had before the pandemic was blocking of Snake and cool math games on the school Chromebooks. Our class pushed through, proving that change wouldn't hold us back from our academic experience. Graduation marks an end of an era. We are leaving behind the safety and security of our high school years and venturing out into the great unknown. We will be moving on to college, or perhaps starting a job, or maybe taking a gap year. Whatever our next step may be, they will undoubtedly bring significant changes into our lives. Change can be scary. It can be challenging and uncomfortable, but is also the very thing that moves us forward. It is the catalyst for growth and transformation. When we step outside of our comfort zones and take risks, we learn about ourselves and grow as individuals. As we move forward, we must remember that change is inevitable. We must learn to embrace change and use it as an opportunity to learn and grow. We have the power to shape our own destinies. We can create the life we want for ourselves by setting goals, taking action, and taking risks to achieve them. As we stand here today on the brink of a new chapter in our lives, let us embrace change with open arms. Let us take risks, learn, grow, and support each other along the way. Congratulations, class of 2020-23. May we all go forth and make the world a better place. Thank you.
At this time, I would like to invite Raina Sinha to join me at the podium. Raina is this year's Phi Beta Kappa recipient. Raina has been nominated by our staff as being the single student most worthy of recognition for outstanding scholarship, academic initiative, and total achievement. The Phi Beta Kappa recipient represents the collective judgment of our professional teaching staff as the most scholarly of our senior students. As part of this recognition, Raina has been asked to address the class of 2023.
Good afternoon, students, parents, and staff. As Mr. Wingler said, my name is Raina Sinha. I'm extremely honored to have the opportunity to speak with you today. I'm not sure I have anything particularly wise to say all of you, and as it is, none of us are going to remember this in 20 years, so let's just get started. Class of 2023. Our 4 years together have been, let's just say, interesting. Just in case some of us forgot about the challenges brought about by the pandemic, let's take a trip down memory lane. Our freshman year was unique, or in the single most hated and overused word of our 4 years together, unprecedented. Our 1 week long spring break turned into the 3 weeks, and then a month, and finally school was canceled for the rest of the year. While we were all more than happy to stay home, sleep in, binge Netflix, and not really go to school, it got old kind of quickly. I think we were all more than eager for things to go back to normal, because not knowing what's going to come next is scary. But we were going to have to get used to that feeling of uncertainty, because it would remain for the rest of high school. Sophomore year was more of the same thing. It was unpredictable. Sometimes we were remote, sometimes we were hybrid, and sometimes we were all in person. As the situation of the world continually changed, so too did how we learned. But we got the hang of it. Sure, we missed some assignments, fell asleep during first period Google Meets, missed some more Google Meets because of impromptu naps, but we all managed to adapt to the continually changing circumstances, and we made it through the year. Junior year was a turning point. We finally had homecoming again, but it was outside, right here in the stadium. We weren't required to wear masks anymore, but it was still recommended in some cases. Classes were back to normal, but more work was online. The uncertainty from that year came from wondering if things would ever be the same as they were before the pandemic. But I think we all enjoyed homecoming, even though it was outside. And schoolwork being online means that it's easier to catch up if you're absent. That was the lesson of junior year, learning how to enjoy and make the most of what we got, even though it wasn't exactly normal. Finally, we were seniors. We started looking to the future and thinking about possible careers in college. None of us knew what the future held for us in that regard. Senior year is a weird limbo. You've done all you can, taken classes, done extracurriculars, played sports, and you just have to wait and see. Will you get the job? Will you get into your dream college? Will you get a good financial aid package? But by far, the most frightening question is whether or not you've chosen the right path for yourself. That's where we are right now. Our entire high school careers have been filled with the uncomfortable feeling of not knowing, whether it be when we would return to school, how we would learn, if things would ever be the same, or what the future holds for us. But each year, we learned how to overcome, how to succeed despite, and most importantly, how to accept the constant presence of uncertainty in our lives. And therein lies our greatest strength as a class. Those uncomfortable moments of uncertainty are a catalyst for immense resilience, which is something we all possess. Even when our circumstances were unpredictable, we continued to learn, we continued to participate in clubs, and we continued to play sports, and we made it here. So though today is a celebration of our graduation, also take it as an indication of your ability to succeed and achieve your goals despite uncertainty. We all have preconceived notions of what the future will be, what we want it to be, what we hope it can be. But as a class, we are used to having those preconceived notions shattered and still succeeding. Our stories are unfinished. What we think will happen probably won't happen. Some of us will switch our majors. Some of us will even switch our careers. ChatGPT will probably replace Chegg. Our families will grow, and we as people will change. But that's okay, because you've already shown your ability to persevere despite not knowing what comes next. So, down the road, when uncertainty inevitably sets in, know that you have the resilience to keep going. Have faith in your ability to keep moving forward. Thank you.
Being presented with gold tassels today are students who are top scholars for the class of 2023. These students have earned the academic right to represent the top 5% of their graduating class. Members of the top 5%, when I call your name, please come to the center stage where our superintendent, Dr. Ryba, will present you with your honor cord. I would also ask that the parents or guardians stand when their child's name is called. Bhavya Anup, attending Cornell University. Nicholas Begany, attending Miami University. Audrey Greer, attending The Ohio State University. Gabe Griffiths, attending The Ohio State University. Sanjana Katiyar, attending the University of Cincinnati. Aubrey Kosis, attending Elon University. Sophia Kuhar, attending Ohio University. Daniel Lee, attending The Ohio State University. Conlon Mayberry, attending The Ohio State University. Case McIntyre, attending The Ohio State University. Lola Morana, attending Ohio University. Brandon Perkins, attending Bowling Green State University. Alexander Rupp, attending The Ohio State University. Benjamin Rupp, attending The Ohio State University. Avery Scullen, attending Northeastern University. Brandon Semenik, attending Case Western Reserve University. Sophia Simmel, attending Cleveland State University. Raina Sinha, attending University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill. Casey Swiger, attending The Ohio State University. Krupa Venkatesan, attending Case Western Reserve University. Marissa Ventresca. Marissa. Excuse me, Marissa is attending RIT in New York. Caden Vi, attending The Ohio State University. Isaac Zabarski, attending Cleveland State University. Please give a round of applause to our top 5%. Thank you. You may be seated. Dr. Ryba and the members of the Strongsville City School Board of Education, it is my pleasure to present the class of 2023 for conferring diplomas. By the authority invested in my position by the State of Ohio and the Board of Education, I attest that those seated before you have completed all graduation requirements and are ready to receive their Strongsville High School diplomas. At this time, I'd like to introduce our superintendent, Dr. Cameron Ryba.
Good morning, and once again, congratulations to the class of 2023. Every Monday morning, our assistant superintendent, Mrs. Pelko, and I meet to discuss and plan for the areas that need our attention for the week. We typically start by checking in on how the weekend went, family, the general stuff. During one of our meetings this year, Jenny was telling me about how she found this site where it would tell you the meaning of your name and how funny some of them were and that I should check it out, especially the meaning of my name. Well, I did. I started with her name and read how Jennifer is a person that lights up the room. She's the life of the party, a caring and kind person, confident, dependable, and it went on and on. Shocking that she loved this site. So then I put in my name, Cameron, and I quote, "He's been hurt. He has a past. Don't break him because he's already been broken." After I dried my tears about this horrific characterization of my name, I thought about it and realized in many ways what was written on this site about Cameron was true. I have an awesome family, but as the definition of my name predicted, I did have some tough breaks along the way. I grew up with a parent that battled alcoholism. I had a brother that would have aggressive outbursts and disappear for weeks at a time without a trace of where he went. When I was in college, my father had a major stroke that left him disabled, and in my early 30s, he died when he was way too young, and I wasn't ready to be without a dad. I'm not sharing this with you today for sympathy or to say, poor me, but to let you know that whether you're named Cameron or not, life can be hard. It can hurt you and even break you down at times. As young people ready to graduate and take on life, it's not a matter of if you will experience the challenges that life will throw your way, but when. Author Daniel Pink recently wrote a book where he talks about how people react when they encounter the feelings and emotions that go along with the challenges, the disappointments, or the failures that we all face in life. He shares that when life kicks us down, we can ignore the feeling by burying or minimizing it, which leads to delusion. We can just live with that feeling, which leads to wallowing in despair, or we can understand that feelings are for thinking and thinking is for doing, which leads to more thoughtful decisions and actions that can result in better outcomes. As I look back on the 30 years since I graduated from high school and why I got to where I'm at in life, it is not because I had it easy, but rather it is because I knew what to do when life was hard. I knew how to frame the challenges I faced in a way that led me to think and then do something about it. I knew how to reach out and ask others for help, and I understood that my response to the challenges of life would determine my result. Although I didn't know it at the time, what has guided me in my life is the power of hope. See, hope is not a feel-good term, a wish, or an emotion, but hope is a skill. Hope requires strategic thinking to develop a goal. Hope is defining a pathway forward in achieving our goal that accounts for the twists and the turns and the roadblocks we will face along the way. And hope is built on the belief that we have in ourselves and our abilities to reach our goal. Hope empowers us to find a way forward in times of uncertainty, to take courageous action in times of fear, and to persevere in the face of adversity. People with high hope and low hope will both experience tough situations, but it is how hopeful people respond that makes the difference. Having hope is about directing your life instead of life directing you. As we sit here today ready to take on the next chapter of your lives, I hope you know that you are loved and cared about by so many. I hope you know that we're proud of you, and each day I am impressed by this class and our young people today. You have so many strengths to support you as you face the joys and challenges of tomorrow with a heart and mind that will serve you and our community well. Having strength is also recognizing areas for growth. My wish for all of you is that you build the skills needed to expect and embrace the disappointments, the hardships, and the challenges that may be faced with a sense of courage, drive, and resiliency to persevere. In the 15th century, there's a story of a Japanese man that dropped a tea bowl and it shattered. He wanted to find a way to fix the bowl, so he took it to local artisans to repair it. They sanded down the rough edges of the broken pieces and put them back together using lacquer and gold. The goal wasn't to reproduce the original bowl or even conceal its flaws. The goal was to transform it into something better. This work established a new art form that considers the breaks and subsequent repairs part of the bowl's history. The bowls aren't beautiful despite their imperfections. They're beautiful because of their imperfections. Although my life may have been easier to not go through the challenges I did, the cracks have made me stronger. I'm happy that as a father, I have the ability to ensure my children don't have to experience the challenges of addiction firsthand. That I have a choice and have chosen to take care of myself through eating healthy and exercising so that I can be around to see my kids flourish in their adult lives. I may have experienced some tough breaks, but unlike the definition of my name, I was never broken. I learned from my mistakes and faced my challenges with a mindset that helped me to become a stronger person. Class of 2023, my message to you is simple. Embrace the cracks in life. See beauty in the breaks. Be hopeful about your future, as hope is the golden lacquer that binds the pieces of our life together. Set some goals, create multiple pathways to achieve them. Believe in yourselves and your ability to succeed. Once in a while, put your phone down and get in motion, as how we think about our future has a direct impact on how we live in the present. Graduates, I wish you the very best, and know that your hopes for the future and your actions for today will guide you on a pathway to achieve all that life has to offer. Congratulations and good luck. At this time, it is my privilege to introduce board member Mrs. Sharon Kilbane.
Good afternoon. I want to welcome the parents, families, staff, and teachers who are here in attendance to celebrate the class of 2023. Thank you for guiding these students and for the memorable ways you've shaped these past 4 years for them. It's an honor to be chosen to speak on behalf of the Strongsville School Board. To the class of 2023, as I reflected on this speech and what to say, I kept going back to imagining you walking through those doors in August 2019 as freshmen. You were probably excited and anxious about your next 4 years. You probably heard people talk about the fun times in high school and couldn't wait to start this next chapter of your lives. You might have thought about new friends you would meet and new things you would be learning. Some of you were interested in athletics, some in music, some in art or drama. Some of you considered possibly taking classes at Polaris. Some of you were excited to find out more about yourselves and what you'd find in these next 4 years that you would love. Your options at Strongsville High School were limitless. And then, as you were rounding the end of your freshman year, March 2020 came along. Well, specifically, a once-in-a-lifetime pandemic came along that not only changed the world, but changed your world. Your lives were changed in an instant. Those doors that you excitedly walked through in August that led to a world of possibilities were suddenly closed without any knowledge of when they would open again. No one on this stage could know how you felt because none of us had experienced this in our lives. Adults didn't know what to make of it. Navigating this as teenagers was a completely different story, and we can never say we know how you felt. You went from foreign language to lockdowns, spring break, to slowing the spread, socializing to social distancing, math test to PCR test. Your science class now consisted of how to wear a mask and quarantine. Your computer class was now virtual learning. You learned a lot, yet none of those things you thought you'd ever have to learn. All these terms and mandates were new to us. The fear and anxiety at times were overwhelming for adults and kids alike. But above all else, you felt the sadness that came with each passing day you were losing a part of your high school experience. It wasn't fair, and I want you to know we felt your pain. While memories of those times may seem dark, I have said all this to say, I look at you sitting before me today, and the only word that comes to mind is resilient. Pat yourself on the back, class of 2023. You are resilient. As a matter of reference, I looked up the definition of resilient. Able to withstand or recover quickly from difficult conditions. Irrepressible, adaptable, and flexible. You certainly are an example of all those attributes. Historians will write about this time. You will be referenced in those books. They will follow you as you leave high school to start your new journey. Above all else, they will look to see how you weathered the storm. I hope and pray that the hardships you encountered will make you better, not bitter. You learned a life lesson at a young age. Life can change in an instant. It's what you do when change comes that makes all the difference. A successful person is one who changes himself according to the situation. You certainly have done that the last 4 years. I will leave you with a quote from Alexander Graham Bell. When one door closes, another opens. But we often look so long and so regretfully upon the closed door, we do not see the one which has opened for us. God bless you all. I pray that at a time in your life when many doors seemed forever closed, you each find that open door in your life. On behalf of the Strongsville School Board, we congratulate you and know, class of 2023, you always have a home at Strongsville.
Audience, the graduates request that you refrain from applause or comments until each individual has received his or her diploma. Please refrain from standing or leaving your seat to take photos or video. On behalf of the graduates, thank you in advance for honoring their request. At this time, I would like to call upon Mrs. Orlowski, Mr. Faust, Superintendent Dr. Ryba, and the members of the Board of Education to assist in the distribution of diplomas.
Brandon Richard Perkins.
Krupa Venkatesan.
Lauren Christine Blakely.
Marissa Rose Ventresca.
Raina Sinha.
Caden Nicholas Vi.
Avia Anoop.
Isaac Noah Zabarski.
Nicholas Brian Bagani.
Diab Atala Abushi.
Audrey Ming Greer.
Arib Sami Abu Hamde.
Gabriel John Griffiths.
Yusuf Mafkor.
Sanjana Katiyar.
Sarah Jeanette Offek.
Aubrey McGinty Kosis.
Zaid Mohammed Ahmed.
Sophia Grace Kuhar.
Ahmad Mohsin Al-Hadri.
Daniel Hansel Lee.
George John Alex.
Conlon Scott Mayberry.
Iman Ali.
Case Gregory McIntyre.
Rihanna Ali.
Lola Zora Marana.
Jamil Kais Allen.
Alexander Daniel Rupp.
Eid Ismail Amawi.
Benjamin Ronald Rupp.
David John Andrzejak.
Avery Kate Scullin.
Kimberly Joy Angel.
Brandon Alexander Semenek.
Emily Ann Antonelli.
Sophia Joy Simmel.
Mohammed Ziad Assad.
Casey Eric Swiger.
Kayla Reagan Astreb.
Aiden Michael Avandet.
DeCarla Renee Bodie.
Fatima Mahmoud Awadallah.
Damin Mohammed Abu Khalil.
Samira Elaine Ayub.
Devin Charles Boyle.
Nora Ann Bacon.
Haley K. Boyle.
Merjula Badri.
Nicholas Anthony Bransford.
Sarah Ann Bamberger.
Peyton Christine Brandt.
Jack Ryan Barbudas.
Emily Elizabeth Bray.
Nora Mohammed Barak.
Nathan Donald Brame.
Taylor Nicole Bass.
Aaron Michael Bridges.
Bridget Elaine Bauman.
Natalie Grace Brooks.
Peyton Alexander Beck.
Tanija N.Y. Melanie Marie Brooks.
Kayla Marie Belkey.
Lillian Catherine Bubb.
Ryan Christopher Beam.
Nicholas Emmanuel Butiarov.
Sophie Michaela Belfi.
Ayana Monet Bunton.
Angelina Yvette Benitez.
Kylie Michelle Burris.
Dalton Christopher Bickhart.
James Francis Byrne.
Keanu Rivero Bindle.
Alacia Alana Carroll.
Mason Allen Birch.
Gabriel Anthony Chiobanu.
Callie Marie Bloom.
Sarah Elizabeth Sereno.
Natalie Mary Bly.
Gabrielle Nicole Kohlberg.
Paige Leanne Coleman.
Jamie Reagan Durkis.
May Conlon.
Abigail Grace Dewis.
Cassidy Lynn Cooper.
Genesis Lorelei Diaz Holguin.
Samuel Paul Costanzo.
Emery Marie DiBartolomeo.
Sarah Ann Costanzo.
Joseph Brian Damacchia.
Gracie Lynn Costello.
Isabella Dolores Carolina DiRienzo.
Cameron Elise Coulter.
Reese Lynn Dombeck.
Thomas Scott Cohen.
Devin Alexis Dosco.
Brandon Michael Cox.
Jasmine Marie Dotson.
Samantha Elizabeth Croft.
Gabriel Jackson Downing.
Kelly Lane Cunningham.
Samantha Grace Drensky.
Anaya Adesh Daria Prakar.
Ladislav Dumich.
Nicholas Charles Dasher.
Cole Ian Duncan.
Elise Claire David.
Grace Elizabeth Dunikowski.
Hayden Robert Davis.
McKenna Ray Dewey.
Philip Adam Davis.
Nazar Diddick.
Jessica Eden Deal.
Tanya Teresa Alasmar.
Elias Gabriel De Jesus.
Maya Grace Almohawas.
Eamon Spicer De Leon.
Kyle Francis Eppley.
Taylor Iona Demerly.
Hannah Elizabeth Galinas.
Joseph Ely Estefan.
Maeve Bridget Gala.
Jayana Sinai Evans.
Brandon Patrick Gallagher.
Isabella Rose Fabrizi.
Noah Elijah Gankov.
Paige Susan Fabrizi.
Carrie Michelle Gavigan.
Liliana Rose Faircloth.
Abdul Fatah Ahmad Geith.
Tristan William Faircloth.
Emily Renee Gennaro.
John Patrick Farron.
Jessica Dora Ginga.
Noel Wissam Faraj.
Madison Paige Gilbert.
Alexia Nicole Fayer.
Chloe Ella Gill.
Lillian Violet Ferguson.
Tyler Michael Gilliam.
Damian Thomas Festa.
Gianna Laurelyn Glacken.
Divine Isabella Flanagan.
Alyssa Marie Glenn.
Sarah Larice Fleming.
Victoria Ann Glinsky.
Luke Matthew Flynn.
Ruslan Golobachuk.
James Hargis Foster.
Julia Ruth Golubski.
Olivia Grace Foster.
Ryan Timothy Gordon.
Bridget Ann Fraser.
Kennedy Lauren Gottschalk.
Livia Frassetto Martins.
Faisal Nabil Hassan.
Alana Vivian Freeman.
Adonai Joaquin Hawkins Prather.
Nielsen J. Galarza.
Molly Catherine Healy.
Anthony Joseph Patrisky.
Alex Michael Hefke.
Jennifer Anna Goff.
Samuel David Heflin.
Ariana Christina Granata.
Anthony Joseph Heidenreich.
Christina Marie Greaves.
Jacob Adam Huraut.
Caitlin Paige Green.
Isabel Jean Herskowitz.
Logan Jeffrey Gregoire.
Amanda Marie Hickman.
Kennedy Lee Griffin.
Matthew Lawrence Hicks.
Grace Marie Griffiths.
Haley Marie Hightower.
Gabrielle Lynn Goot.
Mylon Joseph Hoker.
James Robert Gerke.
Andrew William Hoover.
David Brian Hakem.
Sydney Grace Hudson.
Jad Adib Halaby.
Akil Mohammed Hussein.
Amini Raed Hamden.
Julia Marion Isham.
Yaya Nader Hamden.
Samuel Scott Toru Ishiyama.
Christian Neil Hanoush.
Avery Renee Ivac.
McKenna Marie Harden.
Omran Abraham Jabbar.
Anna Rose Hardink.
Evan Robert Boda.
Adam Ehab Hassan.
Sarah Nicole Kamelhar.
Caitlin Eileen Jameson.
Paige Marie Kemet.
Petar Yanyetovich.
Anthony Scott Kennel.
Yusuf Fuad Jasser.
Jaron Allen Kiggins.
Rylan Michael Jelinek.
Ashley Ellen Kijek.
Jaden Martin Jarek.
Laura Sophia Klein.
Kylie Ann Jika.
Pablo Koryukin.
Gabrielle Marie Jones.
Grace Christine Kosmowski.
Jaden Christopher Jordan.
Castalia Brianna Cosen.
Alyssa Marie Joy.
Adriana Marie Kostiak.
Kara Joan Kovchek.
Artur Koval.
Theodora Kaludis.
Victoria Elizabeth Kovalenko.
Selma Khalid Kalut.
Ariana Marie Kowalik.
Leanne Haley Carberg.
Isabella Rain Kramer.
Matthew William Kuffold.
Brody Bennington Kraus.
Anoop Carr.
Sophia Rose Kreese.
Erdem Keffer.
Lex Kenneth Krupa.
Benjamin Joseph Keller.
Alana Kuhn.
Grace Catherine Kunovich.
Maddox Shea Magyar.
Andrew Ronald Kurtz.
Mohammed Saeed Mahmood.
Abigail Elizabeth Kutchell.
Robin Lynn Majernik.
Alexander Javier Laufenberger.
Gabriella Mia Maldonado.
Zachary Andres Laufenberger.
Franklin David Manross.
Elena Rose Larson.
Yakub Mansur.
Cecilia Nee Lee.
Hunter Ash Mantonen.
Livia Alexandra Lent.
Soren Marion.
Daisy Elizabeth Leonard.
Jerry Joseph Markowitz.
Raymond Hall Lewis IV.
Dylan Scott Markovich.
Hal Lee.
Luis Fernando Martzoff.
Jack Jessen Lean.
Ladislav Viktorovich Mashevsky.
Reagan Mackenzie Llewellyn.
Marissa Antoinette Masola.
Alexis Renee Lofgren.
Enrique Mikel Massey.
Georgina Irene Loveland.
Gabriella Sophia Mathias.
Brandon Michael Lusek.
Monet Kintrell McElroy.
Madison Jean McCurdy.
Margaret Elizabeth McGowan.
Nathaniel Scott Mackey.
Aoife Ursula McLaughlin.
Martin Robert Macy.
Kylie Vivian McLaughlin.
Alyssa Grace Maddox.
Caitlin Ashley McMahon.
Ashley Marie McNamara.
Hiran Uriel Nagendrum.
Erin Lynn McNamara.
Leo Joseph Nemeth.
Nicholas Patrick Meany.
Kara Elizabeth Mercurio.
Eric Carter Mercury.
Sarah Grace Elizabeth Mullen.
Caitlin Marie Milvet.
Joshua Allen Mullinax.
Logan Joseph Minch.
Jordan Michael Mullins.
Tyler David Misconish.
Robert James Nagley.
Elizabeth Ann Misenchik.
Jennifer Wynn.
Vaibhav Mishra.
Raven Kasia Nichols.
Vasil Manyuk.
Mayar Maher Nofal.
Jihad Rashid Mohammed.
Michael Thomas Novak.
Madison Faith Molador.
Jordan Thomas Nutitis.
Zachary Michael Monyak.
Austin Tyler Nye.
Riley Claire Moore.
Hannah Ronnie Odatala.
Michael Thomas Murad Jr.
Hector Jamie Ortega Jr.
Caitlin Sophia Morehouse.
Christian Howard Owens.
Julia Grace Mosak.
Hannah Corinne Pasco.
Brandon Pramindra Motika.
Gibson Stephen Painter.
Victor Motruk.
Mia Christine Papatonis.
Maya Nicole Papson.
Haley Jean Presserin.
Luka Petar Porosich.
Jacob Allen Promosic.
Charles Edward Parsons.
Daniel James Pro Mitchell.
Gabrielle Marie Pasella.
Lucas Trent Puma.
Mahi Rahel Patel.
Abigail Caitlin Raffin.
Ria Diraj Patel.
Carlos Ramos.
Caitlin Ray Peer.
Erica Rayerson.
Adrian August Paterka.
Sarah Martha Reinhardt.
Madeline Naya Fawn.
Leah Marie Revelock.
Ryan Fay.
Natalie Jo Rezebek.
Anthony Ronald Pianka.
Katie Renee Richards.
Caitlin Nicole Pichon.
Elizabeth Bell Riddle.
Nicholas Anthony Pierce.
Sarah Ella Rose Ryder.
Benjamin Thomas Pittner.
Lauren Elizabeth Robertson.
Brianna Angelie Pleasant.
Michaela Joy Rogers.
Skylar K. Porman.
Fernando Miguel Rodriguez.
Ariana Nicole Potter.
Amir Saleh Rudenhall.
Draylin Armand Powell.
Sophia Corinne Ruff.
Tyler Joseph Pizzoni.
Deanna Kiera Smith.
Austin James Ruiz.
Mark Edward Smith Jr.
Devin Stack Russell.
Kara Christine Solar.
Mohammed Munther Safin.
Brandon Sherwin Spalding.
Kale Matthew Savage.
Catherine Glenn Springer.
Christopher Anthony Scarvelli.
Mackenzie Marie Starkey.
Mackenzie Joe Scholes.
Bennett Thomas Stetter.
Matthew Aaron Schwass.
Caitlin Elizabeth Such.
Jaden Lynn Shepard.
Jenna Marie Sukart.
Kendall Corinne Sherman.
Dunia Imad Suleiman.
Autumn Emily Shoup.
Sleman Atiq Suleiman.
Isaac William Seamer.
I got it. Madeline Marie Salisbury.
Jake Walter Sycon.
Muhammad Kasem Tarabici.
Aaron Deshawn Sims.
Deanna Imad Taya.
Marvell Amari Singleton.
Anaya Donche Taylor.
Giorgio John Sissimus.
Hayden Page Taylor.
Hannah Rain Sisley.
John Stephen Tedeschi.
Hussein Kudor Slyman.
Grace Milena Tellis.
Vladislav Slovak.
Aubrey McKaylin Tabor DeLucio.
Elizabeth Slovak.
Maddie Eileen Walsh.
Manoa Andreas Thatcher.
Ethan Michael Warner.
Maxwell Ivan Tellez.
Lauren Rose Weber.
Maria Vera Talitza.
Stacia Daisy Weeks.
Alexander Christian Tilia.
Logan James Way.
Ashley Nicole Trimmer.
Khalil Kasem Westmoreland.
Alexander Trimcheek.
Nicholas Peter Whalen.
Gavin Giovanni Turner.
Bradley Charles Whitaker.
Lindsay Nicole Upson.
Madeline Arlene Williams.
Delia Rhiannon Erzicki.
William Albert Emilian Williams.
Colin Michael Van Roy.
Ethan Alexander Wilson.
Matthew Michael Van Gelder.
Nicholas Anthony Wilson.
Hayden Matthew Vasilio.
Ainsley Aaron Whitty.
Jasmine Marie Vaughn.
Dea Rose Woods.
Emma Maria Vergun.
Justin Timothy Wypasek.
Jamie Vo.
Nermeen Wasim Yagmore.
Jordy Tien Murphy Win Vu.
Brianna Nicole Yamsick.
Wyatt Christopher Wall.
Daniel Ha Won Yang.
Grayson Hawk Walker.
Vincent Matthew Yankee.
Bailey Ann Wallace. Zachary Joseph Yankello. Radwin S. Zerob. Hunter Scott Zader. Madeline Victoria Zielinski. Philip Zinicola. Sarah Grace Zool. Angelina Zvirva.
At this time, I would like to introduce the senior class president, Brandon Perkins.
Fellow graduates, today is the day we have all been waiting for. Graduation marks the end of a remarkable high school journey and the beginning of an incredibly promising future. I am honored to share this day with all of you to commemorate this amazing milestone in our lives. We are celebrating not only our academic achievements, but also the memories, friendships, and experiences that we will cherish forever. When all of us first stepped foot in Strongsville High School, for the first time as anxious and eager freshmen, we had no idea of the journey we were about to embark on. Most of us had our hopes and dreams of what the past 4 years would look like. Looking back, I'm sure all of us know that our high school experience didn't exactly go as we planned. We began this journey on August 19, 2019, as we all piled into the crowded auditorium with printed schedules in our hands. We spent the day trying to learn the building that seemed like a daunting maze, wondering how we could possibly get to our classes in only 5 minutes. The school that appeared at first to be so intimidating became a breeze after we became comfortable with our routines. We received the best news ever on March 11, 2020. Our spring break was being extended by 2 whole weeks. What first seemed to be an exciting vacation suddenly turned into the rest of our freshman year being canceled. We faced obstacles never seen before, including having to take charge of our own learning at only 14 and 15 years old. The next year on our journey presented innumerable challenges and uncertainties. Everyone struggled to adapt to the unprecedented learning situation during a tumultuous time in the world. The once lively school with crowded hallways, classrooms full of laughter, and loud lunch tables was no more. Whether lying in bed in front of a computer screen or socially distanced in person, school felt foreign to all of us. We all impatiently awaited the day when things would return to normal. Despite our less than ideal high school experience, we can all agree that these challenging years have forever impacted our lives. We learned the importance of being resilient, showing compassion, having flexibility, and remaining positive. Everything we have endured over the past 4 years has led us to become the people we are here today. When our junior year finally arrived, it was a breath of fresh air. Come senior year, everything was back in full swing. Look around on this field. We have spent lots of time here. We kicked off the year on August 19th with our senior sunrise, sitting together on this field with blankets, pillows, and donuts at the very early hour of 6 a.m. Now look at the stands. We stood together, cheering and chanting for our sports teams and marching band. Our senior sunrise, the Friday night football games, basketball games, prom, and field day are highlights of our year that we will never forget. Now here we are today, May 21st, 2023, all together for one final time in the same place we have spent so much time with each other over the last 4 years. On this field are 454 chairs with 454 amazing, brilliant, and talented students in them. We are ending our year in the very place where we started it back in August. Most of you are probably very happy to have walked across that stage to proudly receive your diploma and are ready to move on to the next chapter in your life. We may all be going our separate ways, and this might be the last time that some of us ever see each other again. But let us never forget the growth and opportunities that our high school education has given us. We shall never forget where we came from, the place it all began right here in Strongsville. We will always be proud Mustangs, and that is something we will carry with us for the rest of our lives. As we look back on the incredible journey that led us to this very moment, I want everyone to think of all the people who have been by your side along the way. Our parents, family members, friends, teachers, and counselors have all played a pivotal role in our lives. They were there for us through all the ups and downs of our academic careers, inspiring us to dream big and always strive for excellence. They have pushed, encouraged, and supported us along the way. No matter who these people may be, they have greatly impacted your life. Without them, we would not be graduated today and ready to embark on the next chapter of our lives. Let's now give all of these people a very special round of applause. We are all so grateful for everything that you have done for us. Our graduation is a testament to our resilience and ability to overcome challenges. It's a tribute to all of our hard work and dedication leading up to this moment. We discovered that success isn't just about reaching the final destination. It's really about appreciating the journey that takes us there. We have to learn, adapt, and grow from our failures and use them as stepping stones to our success. It goes without saying that life truly is a roller coaster, full of unexpected twists and turns, but it's up to us to choose how we want to experience it. We can choose to live in the moment, appreciate the little things, and make the most of every opportunity. We can embrace the ups and downs, learn from our experiences, and use them to make ourselves and the world around us better. And with that, congratulations, class of 2023, we made it. At this time, I'd like to welcome Maeve Gala and Grace Kunovich up to the stage for the turning of the tassels. Please join me in the moment we have all been waiting for, the turning of the tassels. Let this symbolize the beginning of the rest of our lives. Would the class of 2023 please stand? God. Okay. We're ready? And now, move the tassel from the right side over to the left. Oh, I thought they were going to throw it. Congratulations to the class of 2023. We are so proud of everything that you have all accomplished.
Yeah. Thank you for coming to celebrate the graduates of the class of 2023. Please do not come onto the field. Students will be exiting out the back and meet you in the parking lot or out by the green sign. Class of 2023, we will definitely miss you. You've left your mark. Thank you, everyone.